like a.
It looked like a hernia.
You just go to the next page. That's the best thing about it. It's a book. I got more.
Yeah,
There's more.
Let me get scissors.
It's more where that came from.
Oh, you saw why?
Can I?
This the after dark room or
Are we
something
live?
already?
No.
Like, what is this book doing
This
here?
book, look,
This is with light. This is with light.
My
After dark is
fault,
different.
My fault. I'm not used to this.
Because he's not letting that book down,
I'm
okay?
not used to this. You know
Oh, what I need?
Right here.
Oh, you know what? You is the
Oh.
bomb diggity.
Pay attention to detail.
Thank you.
Yes, honey.
I'm about to take this back to Zara, though. It's about to be a hole in this jacket. Hold up. Wait a momento.
You're good now. You're good.
They're
Yeah.
going to have to, they going to have to
You can
fix.
stitch that. It's,
Yeah. You good. No, it should have
I
the
got,
other
you
way.
know, you see I got these little
There you go,
kids.
there you
see
go.
these little kid heels?
Yeah, there you go.
These
There you
little
go. Perfect.
tiger claws. Okay,
They're like
thank you.
small stiletto, right? Let me see.
He was gonna fuck up my shot. You know what I'm saying?
And
My
I'm mad
shot.
because look, I got black. I'm a beautician, so I went to color a client. I got black dye all in my nails. I was like, they gonna think I'm a dirty girl.
So about teeth. How about your nails that I'm gonna play?
I know
just
my
fucked
nails.
with you.
I just
fucked
got
with
my
you.
nails done.
live, guys.
Oh, we live. That's
All
right.
right, everybody. Welcome to 8 at the Table. It's your girl Naisha on the set. As you can see, we haven't been live, but we're back. We are back, and we're excited to be back with you. I've been waiting for this moment, and as you can see, I have some guests on set with me, and Disco Dave is
right,
back
I'm
in the
here.
building.
That's right. I'm here.
So today we're going to talk about an interesting topic, 5 signs that you are dating... 5 signs that your dating standards might be too high. Okay? So I know there are some people out there dating and, they're kind of like settling. Or maybe they're dating and they have this certain must-have and that's what they're going for, but they can't seem to keep the relationship. You know, they're like on this 1 month, 2 month, maybe 3 months, and then that's it falls. So how do you know your dating standards are too high? We're going to jump right in. But before we do, introduce yourself.
Yo, it's your boy Rude, a.k.a. Rude Boy Roscoe, coming straight out of Jamaica, Queens.
I see he over here infatuated with our book here on set.
Right. He's got the book open to where you can read now.
It's a lot of it's a lot of great literature in the building, right? There's a lot of great literature.
There was no words in all the other pages.
This is the best page, though. This is the best page.
He never read the first sentence.
And if you are a true fan of 8 at the Table, we have a BTS that was posted a while back on this specific book, so you know what he's looking at. Mm-hmm. And introduce yourself, bud.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kaeja. It feels good to be back here. I was one of the original Dundadas when they first started.
Dundadas?
Yes, I was an original Dundada. Yes.
I heard you was the first 8 at the Table live.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And I'm glad I'm back here.
What was that, like 4 years ago? What was that?
It's
About five years ago. About
5 years
5 years ago, yeah. It was interesting.
8 at the Table's putting
I
in that
had
work.
braces and everything.
Oh, you had braces?
You want to see a little quick snippet? It's going to be here.
We're going to give you the flashback version when you have
No,
braces.
please don't pull that back up.
And then Disco Dave, let them know you happy to be back on the couch.
I mean, I'm always pleased when I'm here at 8 at the Table kicking my knowledge. You know what it is. This is what it is. You're going to get it. You're going to hear it. You're going to know it.
All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Again, guys, we were talking about the 5 signs that let you know your standards are a bit too high. So the number 1 sign is you have a must-have list. I know we were kind of talking before the camera started rolling.
She had like 24.
And she was expressing to us that she does have a must-have list. So
17 of them.
let me share this with us.
Okay, first of all.
You had like 17 of them.
No, this is not a must-have list. This is just notes that I've been taking over the last few years of me being single. And I just realized certain things that I like and certain things that I don't like. It's not a must-have. I know nobody's going to come with 100%, but certain things, you can work as things go along. But
So what's the number 1 must-have? Your number 1.
It's a wish list, guys.
Right.
It's a wish
What's
list.
You don't have to. What's your number 1 must-have? Out of the 17 you have there, what's the 1 must-have?
consistency.
That's important.
Consistency is the number one for me.
Well, consistency I equate it with authenticity, because if you're authentic, you will always be consistent because you're not being fake, so you'll always be you.
True. Yes, because some people come as one way and end up
This is why
not
people
being
are
that way.
inconsistent, because they fake.
Yeah.
They wind up being fake or something they're not, which creates inconsistency.
Okay, and with that being said, somebody that you could trust with their actions and not with their words, where they act on instead of just speaking on it, where you already know what it is based on how they treat you, not based on what they say to you. So that's very important to me.
That's
Sexual
part of authenticity. to me.
Sexual compatibility is important to me as well. Like if I'm planning a future with someone, I want to know that I want to be satisfied
Yeah.
throughout those years. I don't want to fake it. I'm not into faking it. Another one is I'm looking because I do have a list.
Guys, she got a whole list over
I'll
here.
tell you, she got
Not
17 of
playing.
them.
You know what?
I'm telling you, like, she has
Bottom
17.
line,
Okay, girl.
bottom line, somebody that has similar future goals. It doesn't make any sense to move further with someone if y'all are not on the same page.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
feel like that is extremely important.
Okay.
All right, what about you, Rude? Do you have a must-have list?
She just got to be amazing. And the reason I say that is because I appreciate what you're saying, but I got to kind of interject. I feel that sometimes by having a list, you restrict yourself from stuff that you haven't even experienced yet, right? So I just say she has to be amazing, and I don't put it in a format because it could be a new format that I've never discovered before. I believe that there's so much stuff out there in the universe that you ain't even tap into yet. I don't know how old you are. Me, every day I learn something new. So 2/4 is the same thing as 4/8. But if you only limit yourself to 4/8, then you miss out on 2/4. So I just say she got to be amazing, and when something happens, it happens.
Well, let me just say this. My list is not a list that, oh, this is what everybody has to have.
Okay.
Over the years, I've realized the things that I do like and the things that I don't like. Not that they have to have all of these qualities, but these are some of the qualities that I have seen that draws me in.
So you know what you
But
like.
you're saying amazing. Amazing can mean so many different things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Right? So as far as amazing is too broad, what is a specific, what is something that is amazing? Like what
Well,
is
this is the whole thing about me. What I'm saying is that I'm open to new stuff.
same?
Right. So if I'm open to new stuff, then I can't put a cap on it. By you putting a cap on it,
No caps.
nah, that's a cap.
This is not a cap.
A list is a cap.
No. This is
All right, let me
not
ask
a
you a
cap.
question. If you go to Walmart and you got a list, you're only shopping for what's on that list.
No.
No?
This is just notes. This is
I'm
what
so
I'm
confused.
trying to tell you guys is that this is not a list.
It's
These
not?
are just notes. These
Yeah,
are just
notes
notes
to her.
from
It's
all
not a
over the
list.
years.
It's
This is
not a must-have
This
list.
is not a must-have list. This is just some of the things that I've realized that I like. Like I have some things that I don't like.
All right.
I have things that I've done in the past that I've chosen to, you know what, be careful about doing those things
A
again.
word like what?
Yeah.
Okay, for instance,
Tell me.
I got to make sure that the person I deal with respect my time. Because sometimes you put so much into people
Effort and time.
and they don't really respect it until you say, you know what, this doesn't work. Then they respect your time when it's too
That's
late.
very true.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Yes,
For you to consider a guy amazing, he would have to respect your time, right?
that's one of the things. Yes,
All right, so
somebody
there you
who
go.
respects my time. Yes, that
He
is
would have.
amazing.
All right, so there we go.
That is amazing.
I took your whole list and I put it into one word.
What about you, David? Do you have a must-have list?
My one thing on my list is authenticity. I think that very close to what he's saying, amazing. Authenticity comes with a lot of things. You know, I think all the other things are semantics to me, because everything else, if you're being authentic, that means you're going to respect my time. You know, all that's going to come in play. I like what you said, just because for someone to give what you have, what you're asking about, that means you have to live in the moment.
Right.
Because in the present time, you will get, if you focus at that time, you're going to learn something new in the present moment. It's going to be what it is at that time, and then that time becomes amazing.
Right.
You know, so I'm not into lists. I don't. It's just authenticity to me. If you're being fake, if you're not being authentic, that means to me, because I'm speaking for me, you're being everything else. You're putting a facade. That means you're compromising. That means that in time, it's going to be issues that are going to lead to problems due to this list that you are going by. I'm not We know that
Mine ain't a list.
It's not. No. You have a list. And I know what you're saying. You're not
Yes.
sticking by the list.
Yes.
The list has changed throughout the
Yes,
years.
absolutely.
You have added, taken out. I get it. I don't have a list. You know, I choose every day to be more authentic, more of being in tune with myself, so I could give you the best version of myself. So, you know, that's my standard. Just be truthful and honest and authentic of who you are, and we could go from there. Oh, there's always gonna be mistakes. There's always gonna be mishaps. There's gonna be a time where you might feel you're here and I'm here, and then I'm here, you're here, knowing that technically we're always just here. We're always just here. We're gonna go through things, and things are gonna happen. So I'm not worried about where you're at the time. I'm there to pick up. What I'm not gonna do ever, I said this before, you heard me, I don't do 50-50. You know, I don't do 50-50. You know, I like 100-100, because in that process, if you do fall off or slack or whatever people say, and you get to a point on that list that you might go into one or two of those things that I might not appreciate, a lack of authenticity, I could pick up that slack. I could do the 80-20. I seen you had that on your list, 80-20. And I can't do 50-50, because at that point, then I'm putting in too much in order to compensate for the lack of your, of whatever it is you're feeling on, or what you think you're feeling on, because it will be something you're dealing with, not me. You know, I'm going to do what I need to do. And I could do 80-20, even 75-25. So that's why 100-100 is good. So when I'm slacking, you're not going to have a problem with picking up from my slack. But if we're 50-50 and I'm slacking, now what are you picking up? If I'm 25 and you're 75, now you got to pick up a lot there. So I don't really have a list. I don't care about the list.
And I honestly think that the must-have list is not a sign that your standards are too high. I think naturally we all as human have a must-have list. And it may not be a detailed must-have list, but there's something that we are all attracted to. There's something that we all like. And we all like different things. You may like something he may not like. I may like something you may not like.
Also, time also tells.
Yeah. So,
Time also
so
tells.
realistically, that doesn't mean that your
Things
standards
change.
are too high.
Like,
it's okay if you
There
have
were
your
so many things that I've deleted.
It's okay if you have your preference or what you like or what you're going for or what you want in your life. That doesn't mean that your standards are too high. So I honestly don't agree with that first sign.
So what's a deal breaker?
Well, we're still going over the signs. So let's go over all 5 signs before we jump into deal breakers, okay? So our second sign is you couldn't get over this one thing. That means that you're dealing with somebody, they're so perfect in every other way, but there's one little thing that you cannot get over. That might mean that your standards are too high. Nobody's perfect, right? We all come with some flaws. Couldn't you agree?
I don't know. Is it the toilet seat for you? Like, what is it?
Honestly, I don't like when guys like blow their nose in the shower. I find that kind of nasty.
I'd rather the shower than out by my table
Right,
or
because
in the
shower
kitchen.
you're cleaning yourself.
At
so-
least in the
If
shower.
you're using a napkin, you're okay, but like
that's a
I don't
deal
know.
breaker to you?
That's nasty.
So if I'm taking a
No,
shower
that's
with
not
you,
a deal breaker, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of nasty.
so if I'm in the shower taking a shower with you and I blow my nose in there, you're gonna be like, this dirty ass person. I don't know. What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, some people are more picky than other people.
We only talk about what you don't like.
I'm not talking about just me. There's other people on this couch. You guys could speak your mind.
Yeah, but you're the
too.
one that
Like,
said that if you're blowing your nose in the shower, that's nasty.
Listen, that was just my thought. That
You
was
could
a
get
simple
over that. If
thought.
you really, really, really like this person,
get
you'll
over
get
it.
over
Of
that
course,
part.
of course.
For me,
Yeah, for
mine
you.
is teeth.
Because she mentioned she likes to
Like-
lick teeth.
Wait a minute.
Word?
Why you telling my
He said,
business?
oh, word? Oh, word?
Why you
She's a
telling?
teeth licker.
Mine's is teeth. Like, teeth are a big deal. Like, I don't
How
know.
are your teeth though?
She got nice teeth.
I didn't say she didn't. I'm just
Smile for the cameras.
I'm just
Smile
saying.
pretty, girl.
I'm just saying. You don't want a girl to
Tell
talk
the
about.
viewers,
I
smile
want a guy to be
pretty.
fit, and she's
Not-
like 375 pounds.
Not
and she
just.
wants a guy that's
Hold
fit.
on, no. Not just teeth. The hygiene of the teeth. Like, if I meet somebody and they come smiling all in my face and it's a bunch of cheese caked up on the bottom of their teeth or like that crust, like,
that
go
a
get
deal
you-
breaker for you?
That's for me. Now, if their teeth is chipped or something like that, I can handle that. But if their teeth are dirty and all out of place, like, but they care about everything else, your teeth is the most important thing. Like, why wouldn't you? And if you don't clean your teeth and you have dirty teeth, that means you don't clean your mouth. That means your ass stink. Like,
I don't know if that
She
means
got a point,
that.
though.
man.
No, I'm
I'm just
serious.
saying, like that.
you-
It could be that person that's not what's important to them. Maybe they brush their teeth and they do all that, but they're not going to the dentist as much as you are.
Listen, I don't mind.
Maybe to
Listen.
that person, their ass is more
A
important
crooked
to clean.
tooth, a
than that.
gap, a chip, I don't care. But if the teeth are cruddy and corroded, I'm not kissing you.
No, I get that. I'm with
So
that.
that's a part
I'm
of me.
with that.
I want to be able to kiss the person. I'm not going to want to kiss the person if their teeth are corroded and dirty.
That makes sense.
That is a real, and also smell good. Even though you could get gum, but don't come to me in my face trying to kick it.
Trying to
And
talk sweet nothings in your
I'm
ear.
not even looking at what
Bad
you're
breath.
hearing. I'm looking at the cheese crust at the bottom of your teeth that need to be kicked out.
That makes sense.
That's my deal breaker. I feel like that's not bad. Even though teeth you can fix, but that just shows a lot about the person. A person who takes care of their teeth kind of takes care of other things in life.
Yeah.
fact.
People who don't take care of their teeth that could also because they could have been neglected as a child or they didn't know better
Right,
hygiene.
they need to be taught.
I don't mind teaching, but you can't come to me with corroded teeth. That's just something.
Now, what if that man does come with you, corroded teeth, and he has all these other great qualities?
But I won't
Can it
know
be-
that
That's what I'm
because
saying. Is that your one
This one
thing
is-
that you
can you
cannot let go?
Can you be
I
that?
could take him to the
Right? Can you
dentist.
be take him to the dentist? Can you have that conversation where you could have the conversation about, hey, listen, I don't know if you know this, but
Yes.
look
If
what
I
you got. You got look like you have a lot of like cement between the bricks there, and can I would like to take you one day. No, but I mean, listen,
Like
there's some things.
they have the other physical attributes that I do like, and it's just the teeth that's the one thing. But okay, I probably may go on a date with them, but I'm gonna let them know they gonna get a cheek kiss. Like they not getting all
You're not licking teeth that day.
So wait. So
No.
you gotta let them know that they only get a tap kiss.
All of a sudden, you got yellow stain on your tongue.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like big on teeth. We got
hear
fix
it.
that.
I mean,
but
this teeth thing
I
is
don't mind.
serious.
I don't mind going with you to get that fixed though. I'm willing. I'm willing. If he gives
Like,
if
Got
he
them dental benefits.
Every man is gonna put the fake teeth caps when he go out with us. So when he go, take them out.
no.
All right. So the third sign is a lot of people have an ideal image of what the perfect couple is. So sometimes that messes people up because they have this image in their head of this is what a partnership is supposed to look like. This is what I envision for my husband. This is what I envision for my wife. And realistically, it doesn't exist, or it's just not happening for you. Maybe it does exist, but it's just not happening the way you thought it was going to happen. So that could also mean that your standards are too high. What do you think about that, Rod?
So I think a lot of it has to do with how you grew up. So
Okay.
if you grew up in a 2-parent home and you've seen your parents together, you might feel like you might identify with that. And then if you didn't, then you might identify with something else. If your role model is Jay-Z and Beyonce, you might identify with that dynamic. But to honestly, it's to each his own because we all got different personalities and we
Yeah.
all have different wants and needs. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Personality has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, for sure. It actually, what you just said actually brings me back to a previous episode. If you guys want to binge watch real quick, 8 at the Table, we did have a guest named Derek in, and he spoke some real good content in regards to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's what you see, what you've been taught growing up, and it puts this image in your head, and it's just not what it is.
Yeah, I
Because you
mean-
don't really know.
As we grow up, we all get programmed.
Yeah.
And then a part of life is unprogramming and then choosing what you want.
Yeah.
So like for me personally, from like birth to like maybe 2-3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was like going off of what I learned, and then I started unlearning things. And as I started unlearning things, then I started seeing what I wanted. You understand what I'm saying? 'Cause-
Being the authentic you.
yeah, because when you've been influenced, that plays a role in it. And then
Yeah.
you go out there, you leave the pond, you go into the ocean, and you see different stuff. And when you see different stuff, then you kind of understand who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that. What about you, Dave?
What was the question here? No.
Having the ideal image of a couple. This is the third sign
I don't.
that your standards are too high.
No, I don't. It would just be, I work on every day just being in that moment. And if I can enjoy this moment and laugh and have a good time and experience that moment, that day, those hours, then there's no reason for me why the next day won't be almost similar to the last. So I do it day by day. I realize I realized that planning too much in the future and then dwelling too much of what I experienced causes conflict in that present moment. So I work on not doing that, experiencing that person in the authenticity on that day. It doesn't work out all the time, and I work hard and diligently all the time to be that person. And so it's that simple for me. It's not even that hard.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that leads us to sign number 4, that your standards are too high. You have a zero tolerance policy.
For teeth, right here. Zero tolerance right here. Teeth right here.
Listen, no, just dirty teeth, not.
No, we
Zero
know. We know great
tolerance.
teeth. He's in there. He's in there. You're licking teeth and all that.
Yeah, so a zero
I should've
tolerance
told you
policy.
nothing.
No, you should have told her nothing. She brought it up, all right? You should have told her nothing.
Your standards are too high if you carry a zero tolerance policy.
How's yours? Nisha, what's your zero tolerance policy?
I feel like I'm pretty lenient, you know, like I've definitely experienced
I
a
think
lot
so.
with men, and men have done me dirty a lot before in the past. And, you know, I've tolerated it. So I think I'm very
But why do you
easygoing.
tolerate it?
I tolerate it because I know how I am.
What does that mean?
How are you?
Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah,
Hold up.
I think the
Hold
people
up.
want to
There's
know,
an
what does
elephant
that
in the
mean?
room.
Yeah, what
There's
does
an
that mean?
elephant in the room. Hold up.
Don't address the elephant in the
mean-
room.
How are you, sis?
No, I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes, like, I mean, when I was younger, I didn't feel like this, but as I started to grow and really get to know myself and and learn my traumas, you know, I know that I'm a heartbreaker, and I've definitely hurt people in the past many times before. And, you know, I don't mean to, but, you know, it's almost like a product of your environment type of thing. And, you know, you only know what you've been taught. Like you said, I'm in a space where I'm unlearning these
Hold on. What's your
healthy
sign?
habits. I'm a Pisces.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
okay,
Pisces
okay,
gang.
okay.
So yeah, like I think my tolerance level is very high. I'm also a mother of 2, so hello, my kids drive me crazy. My tolerance
Really?
is is really high, but I know that there are a lot of people out there who do have that no tolerance policy, and realistically, like I said before, nobody is perfect. So where are you getting? How are you gonna really grow with somebody and build with somebody if you have no tolerance?
You? What's yours? Besides the obvious.
She's like, teeth?
No, I don't care about teeth. Y'all are caring about teeth more than me now. Hold up, wait a minute.
So what's your zero tolerance?
With me, I think, of course, as time goes on and you get older, the stuff that you didn't feel that you would tolerate before, you would be surprised of what you would tolerate as you get older. So I feel like,
I like that.
I feel like, not that I'm accepting certain things, but I'm willing to work. Like, I'm willing to compromise. I'm willing to work with someone that I feel I can build a future with. Now, if I don't feel like I could build a future with you, I won't tolerate nothing.
But does that fall into the settling aspect? Because as I stated earlier, sometimes that happens where, like you said, you're getting older, and some of the things you wouldn't accept in your younger years, you're now starting to accept because you're like, you know what? I'm getting older. I don't have as many options, you know. Because, for example, I'll give you a perfect example. You know, the guy that I'm dealing with, he never dated anybody with children, right? He's now 43 years old. He's in a space in his life where now he's accepting it. And now he's dealing with me, someone who has children. You know, that's something brand new to him, but it's almost like, it's not like settling, but it's almost like a form of settling. Because if at one point,
it's settling.
at one point, if you were telling yourself, I'm never going to date anybody that has kids, I'm never going to do this, I'm never going to do that, but now you're accepting it, you know.
Well, the
it's kinda-
question, the next question would be is that why you're accepting it? Because if I tell somebody, and this is not towards
it
your
goes back to
situation,
your standards were too high.
This is what I'm saying. If I'm saying I'm never going to talk to somebody that has whatever, has kids. If I say that, I don't have no kids. So if I say I'm never going to talk to a woman that has kids, and I do, I have to be honest with myself that why you became the person that I'm willing to talk to. Is it because you're too pretty, you're the prettiest thing I've been with, or you got the nicest body I've been with? It has to be a reason, because down the line, if I'm not honest with myself of why, this is going to cause a problem for me compromising and settling.
That makes
and,
sense.
and this is what people don't do.
Yeah.
And then they have the problem. And then when they break up, like we spoke about in another time, in another episode, when we spoke about, how do people be friends with
Yep.
their ex and all that, you can't be friends because there's too much animosity because you was being fake. You wasn't being authentic. So and I'm not saying it can be authentic. It could truly be authentic that somebody could say, you know what? I said I would never be with somebody with kids, but not even, but I don't like the word, but you brought something out of me. You were so special, and I do admire the woman you are, that you having kids. It was not a problem for me. I was open and receptive to that, and it was perfect. And then down the line, there's no repercussions to that. There's no regrets. There's no resentment. You can't break up and then a year later, I don't give a shit anyway because I didn't want to be with a girl with no kids. Because at that point, now you're showing your
Now
true
you look
colors at this
stupid.
point. Thank you for showing me who you really was at this point.
But again, for me, I feel like it's not about compromise. I feel like it's also about being realistic. When you get to a certain age, when you're
realistic, that's true.
when you're 30 or above, more than likely the person is going to have at least one child.
Shit, I'm 29.
So what didn't work for you then may work for you now, and it's a realization that okay, this person has so many of these other solid qualities that I really love. Why wouldn't you accept that? Like, it's at the end of the day, you have to be realistic. A lot of it's not just compromise. A lot of the stuff that I thought I wanted in my life when I was young, I was like, no,
You're like,
that's
what?
not really
That's
why
stupid.
did I want that? Now, as I'm getting older, you have a realization, and you're being more, it's not about being compromised. You're being more open-minded to what it is that you were just trying to stick to. You were trying to stick to a book, but like you said, you have to go with the flow with things, and you have to live in the moment. It's not just about, everything can't be planned. Everything can't. My list that I have is not a plan. It's the fact that I pointed out certain things that I like in the individuals that I've been around or dated or what I would like to see. This is not a
Well,
guarantee.
how many people see the 8 great things that you have and don't judge you for the 2 things that they don't like,
Bless you.
and those 2
As
things
they get
come
older,
more.
when they realize that nobody is really fulfilling all the stuff that you want, you have to realize, like, okay, we are human. Nobody is going to be perfect.
Yep.
People are looking for perfection. There's nothing perfect.
Doesn't exist.
And the flaws is actually a good thing, because the flaws are unexpected, and it might be something that you like, that you really might go towards.
Well, how about you, Ruth?
I feel like everybody has a flaw, so it's
Yeah.
almost like pick your poison.
Well,
like know what you can take and what you can't take.
I got a lot to say about this. Just so y'all know.
Talk your talk your
all right.
talk.
So first of all, for men and women, this is the one thing where it's different, because we playing with a different amount of sand in the hourglass. Like, for men, we have a little bit longer to play the game and see what's out there. Versus women, you kind of have a smaller window, biological clock ticking, when you
Yep.
have kids, these type of things, right? But I'm gonna say this, and this is a jewel I'm gonna drop, right? When you're playing basketball, right, there's a certain amount of time left on the clock, and you got to take one shot, right? You could take it earlier in the clock, you could take it later in the clock. And you might take it sooner or later, and depending on when you take it, you have to settle, right? So you might have had a better shot earlier in the clock, but you let it drag out because you thought you was the shit.
You thought.
You thought you was the
I
shit.
like this. This is
So
good.
you let it drag out. But as time went on, Father Time is undefeated. So as time went
Father
on,
Time is undefeated.
you got a little older, maybe a couple more things happened to you. You've been through a couple situations. You're not the same person you was before. And, you might age out. So you might be better off trying to get drafted while you're still a young prospect.
Exactly.
But, you know what I mean?
You
This
have
happens.
a point. You are making a good point.
And I'll put it to you, for people that not into sports, it's like this. You're at the casino, right? Sometimes you want to leave while you're out on top. But if you keep playing, you might get a bad hand, and you might have to get stuck with that hand. So I say this. It's okay to have high standards, but just know the consequences that come with it. The higher your standards, the more likely of you ending up alone.
Exactly.
No, you're speaking
right.
super facts.
That's it.
Well,
And if you
yeah,
could
you're
deal with
right.
that,
You the nail on the head with that one.
Why you still got our book down on your lap though?
Yo, why the
Listen.
page not turn? He never turned the page.
Reading
Yo,
is
he
fun.
ain't
I
putting
want
that- he
everybody
ain't
out there
putting
to
that on
understand.
camera. Y'all want him to preach no judgment
Reading is
zone over here.
fundamental.
You guys read the first paragraph.
Everybody should go out there and read a book.
Yeah,
I recommend.
Show them the front cover of that book,
Yeah,
though.
It's
Show
called.
them what that book is
it's
called, though.
48 Laws of Power.
Lying.
It's called 48 Laws of Power.
48 laws of drop it like it's low.
I support everybody bettering themselves. All right.
Oh, you're hilarious. Okay,
He got it right. He's looking at
Is there a fifth
artwork.
one? You went through 4, right?
yeah. So we did 4 signs thus far. We are now on our 5th sign is that you are too obsessed with getting married. You know, your focus
Especially in Disney World.
is about, don't you dare. Don't mind David.
That's what you're going to get married to Goofy.
That's an inside joke. If you're a true fan of Eight at the Table, you know why he's talking that talk. But I'm not crazy obsessed with marriage. I do feel like I do want to be married.
And where?
In Disney.
In Disney,
Yes,
he
girl.
said you're going to get married to
Yeah,
Goofy.
that's why he's talking shit.
Oh,
To
Lord.
Goofy.
He a
Dad,
hater.
You is not nice.
That's why he's my ex. Okay, that's why. No, let me stop.
No, that's not why.
That's not why. But let me go back to what I was
I'm not
saying.
Goofy.
Yo.
But
He's
some people are really obsessed with getting married. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm a female. I've definitely dreamt of my wedding. You know, I've definitely visioned it. You know, as he mentioned, I do want to get married in Disney. I have it all in my head already. You know, it's there. I feel like
That's
a lot
probably
of
expensive.
it is expensive. So that's why my husband
When
is
you went
gonna,
to Disney
you know?
World, did you even entertain it to find
Yes,
out
I
how much?
did. Yes,
I
me
see.
me
I
and my
know.
man, we was calling, finding
How much?
finding
How
out
much?
the price
How
and
much?
everything.
I
I'm
just
not
wanna know.
telling you no numbers. So
Oh, come on.
they don't gotta know all that. But
Like
anyways,
150.
anyways, a lot of women focus on that. And it's okay for you to want to be married, but you don't want to be so obsessive over it. Because guess what? At that point, yeah, maybe you are setting those standards too high. Because not every person is on that same wave, especially right now. And the time that we live right now, everybody is fuck marriage. You know, I'm poly, I'm this, I'm that. Like, it's a whole different wave right now.
What's the divorce rate? Now it's
The
like what,
divorce
70,
rate?
70,
50,
80%?
Can we get
You
a
don't know?
percentage on that?
What is?
We working on that. I'm gonna give that right back to you. But yeah,
I feel like it also has to do with how you're
it's
raised.
really high.
How you're raised. Like for me, I was raised that you're not even supposed to have sex until you're married.
How did that work out?
That is a tradition that went left years ago.
How did that work out for y'all?
I think that's really nice. You know, I tell my daughters about that, but do
Yes.
I think it's realistic? No,
Not at all.
I don't think it's
Not with social media
not
now.
This
I don't think
nowadays.
it's
Not with
realistic.
everybody.
Not reading those books that he's reading.
Listen,
He's cheating over here.
listen,
First of all.
listen. We
What is this?
Yo, listen, close the
tag
book because a
on?
girl's gonna say, "How long does it take to read that page?" Like,
I'm
like,
multitasking, but I
What
mean,
is it?
So we got
That's not that bad.
oh, it went down.
That's not that bad.
We got that
Yeah.
percentage. It is 50%
Ding, ding,
divorce
ding.
rate, half and half.
this is what
Because
I.
now it's too expensive. So I don't think people just getting married just to get married now. They making sure.
They're like, "Gas is up, no wedding for you."
What were you gonna say, Rude?
Now I was gonna say, so we really the guinea pigs for social media.
Facts.
And you don't realize that, prior to us, whether you're an 80s baby, 90s baby, 2000, right? They don't actually know what happens being in long-term relationships with the dynamic of social media and all of that stuff, right?
It's hard out here.
So we the guinea
scarce.
pig. So basically, we don't got no blueprint to go off of. So we might be the game changers. Like, who says like maybe marriage isn't the new wave? You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That might just be a reality of it. If it's 50% and it's only getting higher, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
50%
It was
is
higher.
actually good.
Got a little lower. It
Yeah.
seems.
Yeah, 50% is actually pretty good. But I think people are really making sure now because they don't want to go through prenups and having to be keeper
See,
to keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to go
See,
through all
that
of
don't
that
need to
no
be the
more.
reason though.
But it is. It's a lot of people's reasons, though.
It is.
It's a lot of
It's
people's
like a-
reasons. And
it's
then
like a
they
list.
see everybody else is failing. They don't see
And
like
then
how
they
the
get
grandparents. It's not like
It's
the
true.
grandparents that
It's
stick
true.
it out through thick and thin for 50 years, have great grandchildren, and they stuck it out. It ain't like this. Now it's so expendable because everybody's DMing each other.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not getting married. I'm not personally. I'm not.
Why?
Well, it's not so much. My why is because I don't need somebody or anybody to authenticate the love that I could have with you. And I'm not promised tomorrow. So I could have 10 years, 20 years, 50 years for the rest of life. I'm for that. I'm for longevity. I just don't need somebody to authenticate it for me. I don't need to go into a church and have a priest tell me.
So is that a deal breaker for you? What if you meet the perfect person and she really wants that?
It will be. Yes, it will be. Because like I said,
so you're willing to lose. You know it's hard to find somebody. But you're willing to lose her because she doesn't want to get married?
That's him.
Listen,
that's
I have lost people in my life because of this.
You just said that you don't have no deal breakers though.
Well, you know what? You just gave me one right now. See? See? You just gave me one right now. In the moment, live on 8 at the Table. You just gave me the deal breaker. That one and the other one that you had on your list that I won't say. Yeah, for me, listen, I could be with you the rest of my life. Why can't I just love you? Why can't we live a beautiful life together? You know, have a nice place to live, a nice home. You know, if children happen, they happen. Well, you have.
I have one son.
You have. I don't have no kids. The point is.
Really?
Yes. The point is that we could have more kids if it happens. I like things just to happen.
You just never know that.
Things just happen. You know,
He's a for the moment.
I'm not getting into.
She might be for the moment to get married.
I don't feel the need to be in contract.
Yeah.
My love is not a contract. You know, it's a feeling. It's something that you make me feel every day, and I'm willing to have that forever. If it takes. If it's forever, it's forever. If it's 10 years, it's 10 years. No regrets. If it's 5 years, it's 5 years. You know, if I experience 6 months with you, that's what it is. You know, I'm not here to plan a future that does not exist.
Yeah, so we went over the 5 signs that your dating standards may be too high. Let me quickly go over the 5 warning signs you're settling for lower expectations. 1, your conversations lack passion. That makes sense.
Well, that doesn't go with me because my shit is very passionately, so, you know.
Number 2, you don't feel like yourself. You know, you feel a little bit different. Makes sense. Number 3, you lack common interest. Number 4, there is no sense of extraordinary between you two. And lastly, number 5, your life's ambitions are not aligned. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on these 5.
That was one of the things that was one of the things.
It's on her list.
See? Go back to that list.
Alignment.
That infinite list she has.
It's not, but you got to understand. I keep trying to tell you, it's not a list. These are my notes. These are just notes. But those were some of the key things that you have to be in alignment. You have to have some type of compatibility, that willingness to listen, adjust, compromise, and correct behaviors. That's another thing, too, why a lot of people relationships do not last.
Yeah.
Because both people have to come in understanding that nobody is perfect. So certain things you don't like, we got to work on that. You got to come to a medium when it comes to certain things. So I completely agree.
What's that medium? Is to come to a point where are you compromising or not in order to get to that medium?
Sometimes you have to compromise.
You do have to compromise.
Now, how many people compromise against their truth, though? Which in the long run, it become problems.
Yeah, but if you don't ever do that, David, like,
no, I'm not saying I never compromised. I compromise knowing that I'm willing. I'm receptive.
Like maybe
that down the line it's not going to be an issue.
Like maybe
that's
sometimes
a fake compromise.
You might compromise and you know this bothers you a little bit, but you know it pleases your partner and you love that person.
It doesn't serve a purpose if 6 months down the line you're throwing that in my face because you didn't compromise with truth, authentically.
No,
it only works if you compromise, and 6 months down the line, when that problem happens, it's not a problem for you because you knew why you did it 6 months ago.
It should be in your truth because you love that person.
Okay, that means we can have no problems in the future about what you compromised about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying.
But listen, that's all a part. I said willingness to listen.
Yes.
Adjust. You got to adjust to make, especially if two people are moving together, y'all got to adjust to each other's certain things. Like, I like the bed this way, or I like the bed that way, or please don't put the toilet seat up, or please no hair on the sink or on the floor. Like certain things, you got to be willing when you come to
put the weave away.
Yes, exactly. Please don't leave the wig out.
Don't leave your weave on the floor.
Don't leave your wig out. It's scaring me in the middle of the night. Like
I thought it was a rat.
But it's again. So you do.
What else in that very long list?
And correct the behavior. You got to be willing to create
Oh, man.
correct certain behaviors. Like for instance, if your wife feels like you're a little too friendly, you got to be willing. If you wanna keep a happy wife, you got to be willing.
What
to
does that even mean?
I like
Corrective
my men
behavior.
mean.
You sound like a
Me too.
therapist, a
I like my
psychiatrist
men
now.
mean. Don't
All that
talk to me. Don't
no,
look at me.
Not the friendly stuff. No, absolutely not. Get out the face. No, distance, social distance. You heard me? You heard me?
I heard you.
Sounds like the house could be an asylum for. She said corrective behavior.
No, it's on both sides though. You gotta adjust to each other because you're not just living for yourself. You're living for each other.
See, for me, if I'm with you and we're living together and you're doing something wild that I won't do, my question to you is like, why do you do that? I'm gonna ask you, like, why do you do that?
And we'll talk about it.
Right,
And
and
then
I'm
you
looking forward,
compromise.
and I'm looking forward to you answering that, so we could see if you know
Yes.
why you actually do those things you do that I don't like.
A
Like, do you know why you do that? Well, like, why do you do that?
adjust.
You know, and then we come to a conclusion about why you
Exactly.
do that.
That's
And now, if you tell me I don't know why I do that, then that might be a problem.
that's willingness, having the will to work it out. That's having the will to understand each other.
All right, let's jump into these deal breakers.
Ooh, deal breaker.
You see this? You see this? You see that? You see that? You see
We
that?
actually been.
She has this in her list.
I only
It's
got-
another list.
No.
She
It's
got
just
deal breakers on her
no.
list.
First of all, y'all gonna stop coming for me, okay? These are
No,
notes.
let's just show them. Let's just show them
She
this.
got deal breakers
Let's
in her
scroll.
notes,
it's
guys.
like if this was the
These are
ancient
notes.
biblical day, she has to scroll.
No. First of all, as the years have gone on, I've realized this is what I'm not compromising on anymore, and this is what I'm
Let's go.
staying. This is what I'm staying away from.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I'm.
That teeth.
That's not even on here though, mind
not,
you.
it's not.
Listen, I'm staying away from one-sided relationships.
What do you mean?
Okay, so let's say
For the people.
for the people. So for instance, one-sided relationships is when you're constantly doing and giving, and I'm not.
So
even
you're
talking
doing
about,
75%?
And not
I'm
receiving.
talking about giving, like not yourself, your time. You're giving your energy. You're giving all of this, and you're getting the bare minimal, like nothing. Like you're catering to an individual, and the person's not catering to you. You're there for an individual, but they're not there for you ever. Like that person knows you can lean on them, knows that they can lean on you, but you can't lean back on them. I'm not going into any one-sided relationships.
Yeah.
I want to have something. I want to feel that same support that I give.
For some people, it's too late. They be in a relationship.
Oh,
and
yeah, it's
they
done.
find that out late, and then they just caught in the middle.
Yeah, like
at that point.
don't nobody want to keep going out on the limb for someone constantly and not
Is it
getting
that
anything in
so
return.
you'll
you
walk
know?
away?
Huh? Yeah, I will walk. It won't work for me. Anybody? I'm not
I
dealing
mean, there's
with.
a lot of people that work in places that they don't like, and they're still there for 20 years. So
Yeah, but
would you walk away?
But
That's all I'm
listen,
saying.
but after
Are you gonna walk away?
But after you have experienced it time and time again, right? You realize that okay, for the next go round,
know the signs
I'm
already.
not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna allow someone to make me feel that way, to feel unappreciated.
So you're talking about the
You
next
know?
person you're not going to do that with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Like,
won't you cut it short with the person you're with now? If you don't like that and that person continuously
you gotta
shows
tell
you
them,
that,
but that
why
person
can't you
doesn't
just let
change.
it go? Like, listen,
no,
this
that's
ain't
what
working.
I'm saying.
Okay,
no,
that
that's what
person.
I'm saying. It's saying this is what I'm staying away from as far as
No,
moving forward.
I'm just talking
with
about
anybody,
I'm talking about
anything.
me and you are together right now,
Uh-huh.
and I start being that person. Are you gonna cut me off? That's it. We're breaking up.
I'm going. You better correct it.
Is that part of the corrective
We,
behavior?
that's
you're
a
talking
that's a part
The
of
corrective
we
behavior.
gotta. That's when we gotta adjust. Maybe you need to compromise, and you need to show me differently.
about? But don't stay longer than what you need to stay.
Exactly, I agree.
Right,
Because you
okay.
waste time. Time is short. You don't know.
What else?
All right, so I have 17 deal breakers right
I
here.
beat you up.
I have an overall percentage. I have a men's percentage and a woman's percentage,
Of what?
meaning this percentage of men, that's their deal breaker, and this percentage of women, that's their deal breaker. So the first deal breaker is an unclean appearance. Is that a deal breaker for you?
That's probably like the biggest, like bad hygiene, that type.
The
of thing.
biggest?
Yeah.
What about you?
You already know.
Bad teeth?
I mean, I think for anybody,
you?
I think for anybody, that would be a deal breaker. You know,
Yeah.
at some point when you come to realize, like, what's that smell?
Yeah, so that is actually
You know, like-
number one on the list. It is the top deal breaker. Overall, 67% people will say that that is a deal breaker for them. If your appearance is unclean, I do not want you. 63% men say this, and 71% women say this. So that is the number one.
I'm surprised. That's
deal breaker.
high for men. Pretty high.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
number
shocked.
one deal breaker. After unclean appearance, it's laziness.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna be adults,
You can't be
we
lazy.
plan in the future to raise kids. Can't be
You
lazy.
can't be lazy.
I can't be working my ass off and I come back home and you in the bed. I'm tired as hell and you in the bed and the house is dirty. No, that's not gonna work.
Why?
What?
There's things that I do that make me enough money so when you come home, I could be thrown in the bed lazy to
Wash
piss you
your
off.
butt. You better
that-
get in the shower.
What
You
that has to do
better.
with washing my butt? Maybe I washed my butt and laid in bed, so when you got home, you saw me. Like, I'm confused. You know what we talking about here?
All right, so it's 66% overall care about laziness, 60% men, and 72% women. So that's their deal breaker.
So basically, it sounds like women just got a lot of expectations. You know what I'm saying? That the shit is always high.
No, lazy is I want to get up and go somewhere and do something and you don't want to do shit.
What if I worked so hard that I don't want to go nowhere now?
You
Tired.
didn't work so hard, then you wouldn't be lazy then we wouldn't be
Yeah,
complaining
I wouldn't
about
think
this.
you would be lazy if you
You're
worked
not,
so hard.
If you work so
If I
hard,
work
you're not
hard and I
lazy.
come home and I want to just relax,
Oh,
then
no,
you come up
that's
to
fine.
me, yo, what's up? Let's go out.
That's fine. That's
I
not
thought
lazy.
that's what you just said.
No, that's not. I said after I come home from working all day and you just in the bed.
No, I'm
dirty.
talking about right now. Right now, you just said it. That was like 2 minutes ago.
It still has to do with you being. You're not lazy if you're working so hard though.
Let's go to the next
So
one.
that wasn't mine. No, honey, relax. If you worked all day, you paying all the bills. No, honey, you
Oh, no.
relax.
Oh,
You
now we
gotta
went
do
somewhere else. You're
nothing.
paying all the bills. You see how,
me
yo,
massage
it always
you,
goes
baby.
there. It
Let me
always
massage
goes
you.
there. Like, yo, I don't know what show on 8 at the Table I've been on that it never went to.
We know.
You're paying all the bills somewhere. Like, that must be, on the women thing, it must be 99.7%. Like I don't understand.
Okay, I like
Like,
that.
We know. Well,
Sign me up.
if you guys are true fans of 8 at the Table and you watch us years and years from now, you know David don't pay bills.
no, I pay
David
bills.
don't like
I
to
pay
pay
bills.
bills.
No. I pay.
He
no,
don't like to pay rent. He don't like to pay rent.
No, what I said is that I'm not
What's
a herd.
going on? What's
I
going
am
on
not
over
a
here?
herd. That's what I said I'm not. I pay
going
bills.
on?
I'm not a herd. Look, she's willing to take nasty ass teeth
No.
if you pay all the bills. That's what it almost just sounded like to me.
This is
That's what it
crazy.
just sounded like.
No, I said we'll get them teeth cleaned. Okay? We're going to take some of that money and we're going to go to the dentist.
right.
Okay? All right, we're going to go to the dentist first, actually.
What's next, Naisha?
The next one is too needy.
Yeah, so for some guys,
Is that a deal breaker for you?
for me personally,
Like, I
yeah,
need
Some
you
guys
all
like
the
that.
time. I
most
need
guys
you.
I know
I
deal with a
can't-
lot
I
of
need
needy
you.
women.
I can't do that. Me, I got a lot of stuff going on. So like, if you too needy, it's not gonna work. But
It's
I
a
know,
deal breaker.
I know
yeah,
a lot
I know
of
some
guys
people
that don't care
that
about
for them, they want that power. They want that feeling like, yeah, she
Let
need
me see what
me.
was the rate for men.
But let me ask you, would
So
it be too
for
needy?
men,
Her
Hold
thinking
up.
you paying all the bills, ain't that being too needy at that point?
If
Bro, I'm
she
about to
me
throw
paying
my
all the
shoe at you.
I
bills,
bet you are.
No,
Is that too
no.
needy?
I mean,
No.
if I'm paying all the bills, then what's she doing?
I don't know, dropping down, getting her eagle on or something.
Her
Working
eagle?
those knee pads, something. She
Them
about
knee
to
pads better
doing.
be lit
I don't
then.
know
That's
she's
what I'm
doing.
saying. Like, them knee pads
She better
gotta
be
be
brushing my goddamn
A1.
teeth or something, like something.
She
first
doing all
of all,
that?
guys, when you pay all the bills, a woman is supposed to provide a home.
Supposed to. Look at those words
She
you
Everything.
use.
is supposed to make sure you are well fed.
So that mean we living
your
together?
clothes are clean. Even if you don't live together,
Yeah.
you are well taken care
She
of.
gonna be
I never
bringing
had a
you
woman
meals.
take care of me.
She
Have
gonna
you
bring
taken
meals.
care of a woman?
Yeah,
Have fully taken care of a
If
woman?
she ain't do
define
nothing,
fully.
Bills,
what you got?
bills and everything. That's what I'm
Define
saying. Fully. Until you fully take care of a woman won't fully take care of you.
Word?
Yeah.
That's how it works?
That's how it works, baby.
That's crazy.
So for too needy, men say it's 57% men and 69% women. So women are more on the higher side. They don't like that needy shit.
Y'all don't like to be smothered.
We don't like that needy shit.
Nah, y'all don't. It's a sign of weakness.
I mean, of course, a woman.
That's why a
doesn't
man
want
gotta have like an
man.
extra
Yeah.
girl somewhere in the cut somewhere so he don't seem too
What?
needy, right?
Extra girl. What?
I'm just messing with y'all. I'm just messing with y'all.
You ain't messing with us.
What you mean?
That book at?
That book? It's on the shelf.
Read it already.
It's on the shelf.
Yo, you need to
I need a
zoom in on that book.
All right,
What
so
else?
the next one is lacks a sense of humor. Is that a deal breaker for anybody? Not really, right? Like, I feel like, well, you know, honestly,
I'm a turn up person. I could have my
yeah,
man
that might
I
bother
could
me
have,
though.
my man could be a little mellow.
That might bother me.
What, really?
Yeah,
For a man to not have a
because
sense of humor?
I'm so like
Yeah, you laugh at
No.
everything, but you're not that funny. Though.
You gotta keep.
no, but if you just you saw that, he's like, you not that
That was a
funny.
little shade
I
right
didn't
there.
say. I was just saying.
Damn.
No, she laughs. She likes humor,
I like to
but she's not that
laugh,
humorous.
though, but
I
that's
do
what I'm
too.
saying.
You can do
I
that
like
with
to laugh.
do it with your girlfriends. You don't gotta do it with your man.
No.
What?
I say-
you bring the excitement to him. You don't need two turn up people.
But what if he don't laugh?
It's all right. Just play with him. He'll laugh. He'll figure it out.
Oh, nice.
Yo.
Annoying.
I snore when I really laugh. Stop it.
Wait a minute. Where that came from?
All right.
I was just about to say, hold up. Urkel over here.
The next one is lives 3 hours away from you. That's
Alright.
definitely a deal breaker for me. If you live that far, I'm not beat.
You better have the money to fly me out.
I've done a long distance
3 hours?
relationship.
What's the flight? 30 minutes?
Get a flight. You better be able to book a flight.
It's 30 minutes, the
3
flight.
hours
I don't
away.
care. I don't care. I don't want to drive 3 hours.
The
all
traffic to
time.
go pick you up at the airport might be longer than the flight.
It don't matter.
Oh, man.
I'm not driving.
This is the needy shit.
Maybe
See?
once in a while.
That needy shit. See, that's what I'm
First
talking
of all,
about.
that's not needy.
That's
some
needy.
bullshit.
That is needy. 3 hours. Listen, I
That's not needy.
could do 3 hours
You
away
want-
because
every week.
hold on because
many times a
because
week?
you could come stay with me maybe for 2 or 3 days.
That sound
Nah.
good. Now that's fine, but listen.
It's a
every
no-go
week
for
when
me.
you 3 hours away, you want to see, especially if you really like meshing with this person, you want to
Well,
see them at least once a week.
if I'm really messing with you like that, we gonna live together.
That's not
So
needy.
basically,
Needy don't
we
have
living
nothing
together.
to do
Not in
with
a serious
driving 3
relationship.
hours.
If I'm messing with you like that and I
Yeah,
look
but
forward
David,
to
what
waking
if
up
she
to
has
you,
a job
They might-
and she
you
has
might
all
want
this
them
stuff
move
and she
together.
can't just live with you?
that's a conversation. I get that.
You know,
I'm
like,
receptive to that.
You
Conversation.
want a lot.
No, I do not.
You want her to drive 3 hours all the time.
Nobody said she had to drive. I'm just
you gonna
saying.
drive to her?
I would drive to her, absolutely.
So I'm sure she wouldn't
not
mind
working.
if you're willing.
But that
If I'm
working.
appreciating her and I like her and I'm
They
starting
gotta
to
be a real.
fall in love
they
with her,
gotta
I'm
be
driving
a-
4 hours.
They gotta be that word you said, amazing, for me to
Amazing.
drive some 3 hours.
Because everything you do is amazing.
You gonna drive 3 hours?
They
No,
must be
Not on
like,
a regular basis. Nah. I take a helicopter or something like that.
Oh,
It's gotta
A
go.
helicopter.
okay, big
Yeah.
This
pimpin'.
guy got
Really?
Spotify money.
If you got the bag, you could do stuff like that.
3 hours away, you're gonna have to have a bag to get me
Yo,
to drive back.
some
More than
people
the
take a
bag.
helicopter to
Have
work.
to have an armored truck.
It's a no for me.
Yeah.
It's a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
The next one is bad sex.
I already put on mine. It has to be sexual.
It's a deal
compatibility.
breaker.
It's on the list. That
Already
long
put
It's a
list.
deal breaker.
It's notes.
Yeah.
It's not a list. It's notes.
So look,
It's not a deal breaker for me
Look,
though
for
because
bad sex,
you can
You can teach.
you can teach.
you know,
I
you
don't
can
mind
show,
teach.
you can
I don't
show, you
mind
can-
to do that.
I don't mind teaching. I could teach.
I could teach.
because
I
not
wouldn't-
everybody's gonna sex you the way
No.
you like to be sexed.
My bad sex
Not
in my
everybody.
head is something completely different, I think, though.
Okay, let me hear that.
No.
What?
This is not that topic.
Oh, my
After
fault,
that
my
book,
fault.
he wants to hear that one.
All right, rude.
This is not that topic.
Bad
Bad
sex?
sex. Is that a deal breaker for you?
I'm not gonna lie. So me, I'm a very sensual creature, right?
But you could teach. You could teach. You
All
could
right,
be
but
shades of
no,
gray.
you're right. But depending on how old she is, I'm not teaching her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Everybody, all old
I-
dogs.
I don't-
Wait. So can you be more detailed with the age brackets? Like, oh, 21 to 30, I'll teach, but after 30, I won't teach.
Nah, I'm not teaching. I'm not teaching nothing after 25. Like, if at 25 you don't know what's
But
going
what she
on.
only had 2 people in her whole entire life.
Stop it. Who got 2 people at 25?
No, it's people
Stop.
like that.
All right. We gonna stop that right now. Like, I be outside, so I know what's going on out here.
You be
You're not about to
outside,
tell
you
me.
be outside,
but not everybody be
That don't mean other people are outside.
Who don't be outside?
There
lot
are
of
people that
are
don't be
not
outside.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the people that be inside be outside. So
No,
I don't
they
know what
do
you're talking
not.
about.
Not everybody's
Yo,
like
I know
that.
people.
I
that's
be
like
on
that.
the internet.
There's people that's been in the same relationship since high school. What about those people?
Yeah.
And they haven't learned. or they feel like-
Wait. Who's been in a relationship since high school?
There's some people
There are
who
people
have.
like
Yeah, someone that graduated last year.
No,
No, there's definitely
no.
people.
What you talking about?
No,
Definitely
there are
people.
people.
All right, so if they've been in a relationship since high school, then they don't need me. They in a relationship. They should be happy.
And that's it. Now
I'm
they're
talking about-
so let's give you a scenario,
Lord
right?
Jesus.
All right, high school
Somebody-
sweethearts that broke up.
somebody
That's what you're
was-
trying to say?
I'm gonna give you a scenario,
Okay,
right?
let me hear this.
This couple has been together for 15 years.
Yeah,
They're high school sweethearts.
yeah,
They're over now.
yeah.
Shit went left. They are done.
So let me ask you
now
a question.
this girl, no, I'm
Okay.
asking you the question.
Okay. All right,
Now this girl falls into your lap.
all right.
She's 27.
You said 15 years.
No, 15
she's
years.
27.
Wait, but you said 15 years.
Yeah,
All right,
she
she's
12?
30.
Maybe they met in college.
She's 30.
anything.
She's 30. And she started dating him at 15. She's 30. She started dating him at 15.
Yeah.
Now she's not with him no more. She falls into your lap. She's the perfect girl almost. Literally.
She's really the perfect girl.
Yeah, like she got everything going for her.
Like what?
You like the vibe.
But she doesn't
like,
have a lot of experience.
and
You should like that.
and you're like,
know
damn, she only has sex with 2 people because the high school guy that she's been with,
Alright.
and maybe somebody she hit before him.
All right, now,
What are you gonna do?
Let's
You
keep,
can teach
let,
her.
let's
Stop
keep,
acting like that.
Let's keep it a stack.
You can teach.
Is there really a way to know she has sex with 2 people?
It
No, you have
don't
to
matter.
trust. You have to
Trust.
trust, honestly.
Trust.
She
What's
might
that?
not be unexperienced.
What's that?
You should be able to teach her.
You want me to trust a woman telling me her body count? Wait,
First of all,
where we at right now? Is this 8 at the table? All this bullshit at the table. Where we at right now? Y'all talking about 2 bodies at age 30.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro. There's not one in a million out
It's
there.
possible. It's possible.
There's not one in a million out there. If that's you, comment below.
1 in a million. They gotta make some technology that track knowledge and all of that. We can talk about it.
Somebody away because of
I'm not throwing nobody away. I'm just saying.
even with your sensual, they probably
Yo.
will learn to be sensual with you.
Look. You absolutely right.
I've been taught before.
I'm at a stage in my life where I ain't got time for beginners.
Yo, I'm gonna fight you.
I ain't got time for beginners. I might be too advanced for her. Maybe I'm not her speed. Maybe she needs somebody doing the speed limit. I don't do the speed limit.
Yeah.
You can teach her. People are.
I don't want to be an instructor.
learn.
I got too much other shit going on. Listen, I go to MIT, I do music, I act, I do a bunch of shit. I don't got time to teach. I'm learning from professors right now. I don't got time to teach. So, I mean, she could have dealt with me at 25, but she
That
can't deal with me
should not
now.
be a deal breaker, though.
Huh?
You should listen.
So bad sex
she
is
would
not
be
a
able
deal
to-
breaker for you?
Oh no, I already put that. What you talking about?
So why you saying that's not a deal breaker for him then?
First of all, mine is different though. I told you that, but I'm not getting into that. I put sexual compatibility. I said sexual compatibility is very important for me, but there's notes on the sideline for that. It ain't that.
But you know what? Sexual compatibility really come down
I don't
to
mind teaching
how
out with
sexual
that
you
shit.
are.
I don't
Yes.
mind.
Right? Because your sexual
it right
compatibility could be different from mine. Because I could be a
Exactly.
savage and you could just be, I mean,
guess
alright.
what? And guess
worry
what?
about
To
it,
you,
sweetheart.
at that
Don't
point,
worry about it.
I'm not. Yo, look,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't. That's black
guys,
right
one at
here.
a time, one at a time.
That's split.
She got the
One at a
split. She
time.
got the split ass. You heard?
If-
She got it.
If what
But,
you said is accurate, and let's say this
Wrong subject.
this
Hold on,
woman,
wait a minute.
to her, she feels like she got it because she feels like she got it.
Yo.
To you, you're like, she don't really got it
We
because
not-
my
Let
sex
me
drive
show
is
her
higher.
this.
It don't even be not necessarily sex drive, but everybody's into different stuff. Like if
Exactly.
we're gonna talk in the bedroom,
Exactly.
some people's into wild, freaky, deaky stuff.
And the stuff you're
And
into,
other
you
people-
can still show somebody.
and that don't- and I don't
somebody
got-
who's advanced
that-
may not know some of the tricks that you got.
It's not even about that. It get deeper than that, right? Because like you in a relationship, right? Do you swing? No, right? Maybe yes, no, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that people have preferences. Some people is open to other things. Some people, they girl is not down for a threesome. Right? That don't mean that you're not a freak or your sex drive is low because you don't want to have
Yeah.
a threesome. It's just everybody got a different standard.
Yeah.
You understand? Everybody's operating from a different framework. And you got to
At the end of the
understand
day,
that.
It has to be chemistry.
Of
For
course.
me, it's more chemistry more than anything.
I could
Because you
have-
can have chemistry with someone, right? And from you know how to do certain things, and she might know how to do certain things, but y'all can still learn those different things from each other. That's all I'm saying to you.
Nah, you right.
You can have somebody that is very novice that's willing to go to that sexual. You know,
She's willing to
high mark that
learn.
yes, exactly. That's
She's-
what I'm saying to you.
she's
So,
willing to
I
learn.
know
And you
you're
guys have
saying
the
you don't wanna
chemistry to
teach.
But do you have the patience to teach?
Oh, I do.
You do? So you telling me if a dude came in,
it's
if you
other
met a
things for
dude
me, though.
and he was lit, he was cool, but like when it came to the bedroom, it was trash.
I'm
Like,
like,
you would
yo,
teach him?
this is how I want to feel. This is what I want you to do.
God
Yeah,
bless
no.
you.
What's
Like,
the next
I-
one?
this is
You
what I need
deserve
you
a
to-
man that's great. God bless you.
So bad.
I cannot. Yo, you terrible.
So the next
I
one,
know.
the next deal breaker is lacks self-confidence. I think that's a deal breaker for me because I'm super OD confident, like OD. So if you're not confident it's a no-go for me because you gonna bring my confidence down, and I ain't having that.
It's different for me. I'm like a confident builder for everybody. Like, I know how to lift people up. I like to bring people up. So even when people are at the lowest, that's when it's really good, though, because when you have somebody that...
No, I don't like that.
No. Everybody
No.
let me say something. There's times in your life where people are at a low, and they might be a certain way at a certain point, but sometimes people get insecure about certain things. I don't mind bringing my person up. So that is not a deal breaker for me. I don't mind that. I'm going to lift you up. I'm going to make you feel good. I'm going to be like, yo, you the shit.
I agree with her on that one.
Like,
I see you on that one. I definitely agree because I believe that sometimes, the energy in the room could influence you.
Yeah.
So like, if a woman isn't necessarily the most confident woman, but then she get around a confident man and he molds her, because I believe that when a man does what he's supposed to do, he's going to influence his shorty in some form or fashion. Like, she's going to look up to him in some type of way. So, like, she might see how he moves, and then she naturally going to, like, take notes. And then that will help elevate her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you just had a baby, you feeling insecure about your body, or you feeling not your normal self, and your man is like, you look beautiful. You had my baby. Like,
Give her that confident
you want them
energy.
to still feel good about
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What about you, Dave? You think that's a deal breaker for you? Self-confidence? Lack of self-confidence?
No. Not at all.
Well, y'all are all great people because, like
Not
I
y'all.
said, yeah, 1, 2, 3, because all of y'all agree that that is not a deal breaker for you guys,
you
and
know
that's
what?
a deal breaker for me.
I think for guys it's different than for women. Because women, y'all want a man to lead. So for a man to be
Yeah.
a leader, he has to be
That's a
confident.
good point.
But necessarily if I'm leading, then I don't really need you to be confident because I know if I lead properly, then you're going to follow my lead. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like it's true. I do want my man to be a leader, but
Right.
I am an alpha female. So,
Tell me about that.
I am an alpha female. So, if my man is not the leader, that is perfectly fine. I will take lead. But I am very serious on that. My man needs to be confident, especially because I am so confident. Like, if I'm with you, you need to be even more confident because now you got me like next to you. How are you insecure? Like,
So let me ask you a question. What's the difference between an alpha female and another female?
well, I feel like an alpha female, as an alpha female, I feel like I constantly find myself in situations where like I'm trying to wear the pants. You know, I've seen other situations where the female is more delicate, more quiet, more, you know.
So what makes you not
stand
wear
to
the pants?
Side, somebody has to overpower me. And it's not easy. For
Oh.
men out there, like, I'm not going to lie. I'm very intimidating. You know, I'm very strong. And I'm not easy to deal with. So if a man is dealing with me, it's because they are stronger than me.
So how does he
Okay.
overpower you? Like financially, like his emotion, his energy? What?
His whole being, his
presence?
his energy, his characteristic, his confidence, you know, like how he handles the room. You know, he has to almost intimidate me where I'm like looking up to him like, oh my God, like
So he has to intimidate you?
almost.
That's kind of crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it's really hard. It's really hard for men out here.
I'm taking notes. All right, let's go.
The next one is too much TV or video games. Yeah, that's a no for me. That's like a deal breaker because that's like real. Like if you home all the time playing video games, like what are you doing with your life?
I like my man to make money and be out there to take care of the family. You know,
Well, I
like
wouldn't have guessed that
like
one.
you shouldn't have time to just be sitting home playing video
So
games all day.
question, what if he's making money while playing video games?
Oh, then that's fine.
Word, what if he's like one of them Twitch dudes or something?
That's
like
what I'm
that?
saying. That's why I'm like, what if he's making money while playing video
As long as
games?
he's buying the
Do
Chanel
whatever you
bag.
like. Do
What if
whatever
it's like
you-
his day off?
It's fine. No, I don't mind that. I'm just talking about all day long. You can't even have a conversation with because you all in the game. You don't know nothing else that's going on in life because you in the game.
But that don't really exist because if he's playing
Oh, there's
games
some
all
guys
day,
like that.
so
It
how
is
he
people
pay his
like that.
bills?
I feel like there are guys like
No,
that.
that
Not a
exists.
deal
That
breaker.
exists.
Yeah,
does
it is
exist.
some people from
That
that's
does
But how he
exist.
pays bills if he's home all day?
Some people-
not. Some of them ain't.
So a lot of them make a
just
lot.
don't pay
There's
the bills.
millionaires from gaming.
Oh, well, if
yeah,
he's making
that's
M's, I don't think no girl's
No,
complaining
that's
at that
fine.
point.
No, even if you're making
Play those
thousands.
games all day, baby.
Yes, I'll play with you.
Listen, if you're making $15,000 a month gaming,
Yeah.
you're making
You better
more
sit
money
your
than a
ass on
9 to
that
5.
game. Yeah.
You better be playing all the time. All right, the next one is stubborn.
It's
not a deal breaker for
You
me.
have to be bendable. You have to be able to adjust. You have to
Bendable.
be able to
Are you bendable?
compromise. Very.
Stubborn?
Yeah,
Deal breaker?
that makes it tough. I'm gonna say this
Can't budge.
because if you're a man, you want to lead. So if a woman don't want to follow you and she's stubborn, and then if she had good habits, maybe the stubborn could work. But if she got bad habits and then she's stubborn, it's like, yo, what are you doing? You sinking the whole ship just because you don't
Yeah,
want
but stubbornness will come just from people being stuck in what they think is true to them.
Yes.
Yeah,
There you
Just
go.
in that alone, because
100%.
it's
Speak on
like,
that.
like we just I mentioned something on her list about, you know, when
My
we
notes.
no about
On my
she has
notes.
to think about faith. If I'm not into faith and she's going to become stubborn on that to me, because she's going to have strong faith on something that I educated myself that I don't have faith in.
Yeah.
The stubbornness is going to come from that. So there will always be on her side that debate about, but why you don't have faith in this? And I'm going to tell her why, and she's still not going to get it. So
Well, for
the
me-
stubbornness is always going to come into play.
Yeah, stubbornness is not good.
Yeah, no, for me, when I was saying faith, strong in their faith, it doesn't even have to be my religion. It's something about a man that's strong in his religion, no matter whatever it is. It just shows me that you have a certain type of discipline. So that's what my
get what
note
you
Yeah,
mean.
but
was.
what
I
if
get
you
what you
come
mean.
across a man that has no religion?
I don't really,
That's me.
that's what I'm saying.
what I'm
For me, I'm just saying that one of the things that
I know what she means. I'm strong in my conviction.
I'm attracted to a man that's strong in his faith. It doesn't have to be
That
my
stands in his
religion,
square.
but somebody that knows there's a higher power and somebody to answer to and has some type of conviction in their
I
actions.
am the higher power.
So that's what I like.
I am the higher power.
Yo, you was a mess.
Yo, David, bro, I can't.
I'm just saying I am the higher
I'm
power.
over here
Just
dying.
letting you know.
All right, next one. Talks too much. They are just a talker and they just don't stop talking. Is that a
Yeah.
deal
I'm a
breaker for
talker,
you?
so I can't
I
talk
mean,
to a guy. That's
What we talking about?
She's gonna let that one slide.
If
Let him
if
speak.
she
Go
talking
ahead.
about nonsense, then like ain't nobody trying to hear that all day. But I mean, you talking about opening businesses, getting money, fixing credit.
Cling,
What
ding, ding,
you wearing
ding.
lingerie tonight? You cook. The blunt is rolled. The henny is poured. Like that, you
So
can
it
talk to
depends.
me all night,
It
baby.
depends on the conversation, basically.
Content and direction is very important. You know what I mean? If she talking the right talk, she can talk till I fall asleep. Wherever we end up, we end up. I wake up, she's still talking. She can go ahead, baby. But if she talking a whole bunch of then just put that to the side.
For me, opposites attract. Like, I'm a talkative, social butterfly. For me, I kind of like my dude, kind of like laid back and chill and let me talk. Let me do that. We won't get a word in.
So somebody that's too talkative is a deal breaker for
It's
you.
not a deal breaker for me, but it's not something that I'm like you. I'm an alpha female as well. I like a man that his presence is felt without him even having to say anything. That's what I like.
Yo, y'all gotta tell me about this alpha female thing. Like everybody, like tell me about this.
You know what an alpha male is?
Yeah, I'm
So
familiar
just
with all
put
of
the
that.
word woman after it.
I just want to hear them say it, cause I just when people jack themselves, I gotta hear it. I gotta.
We take charge. We
Meaning
grab it by the neck.
Meaning we have some
You can
that
tell
again?
she's
masculinity.
the alpha
Say that
females
again?
right here.
You grab what by the who? Say that again.
We have some masculinity here.
Like we take charge.
They
We
just
grab
like, you
things
know-
by the
you gonna
neck. We
sleep
not-
with me tonight.
I'm not sitting in the car. I'm not sitting in the corner and just whimpering or crying. I'm gonna go out there and get it. Like I'm a boss. I'm gonna handle it. The house gonna be good. Everything gonna be good. I'm a
Okay.
take charge person, so I like a take charge man.
Okay.
All right, so being that we spoke about someone who talks too much as a deal breaker, the next one is someone who's too quiet. Someone who talks too little.
Not a deal breaker
Yeah,
for me.
if she
It's
don't talk
power in
enough, I don't
silence.
trust her. I be
If she
feeling
don't
like
trust enough, you
she
don't
in her
trust
head
her?
talking to herself. She talking to somebody. I need to hear what you thinking.
She's setting
She
me
going in
up.
the closet
I
talking
don't
to her
trust
mother.
If it's too quiet, it's the ops. She trying to lie me. I'm not with it. If she's too quiet, I never trusted a woman that was too quiet.
Like, yo, say something.
Like I don't even know what you really thinking. Like you acting right now. This ain't real.
So is it a deal breaker?
Is she too quiet? Facts.
It's a deal breaker.
I'm not with the quiet. No,
You
I
wanna
need
talk to her.
I need to know what's going on. Yo, my
what
man
if
used to say this to
what
me.
if she's sexually compatible the way you like?
I'm
but she
sexually
quiet?
compatible with a lot of women. That don't mean nothing to me. What I'm saying is that Like my man's told me, yo, if she don't like show emotion and she don't act too crazy once in a while, she don't really care. And I found some
Oh
stuff.
Your man's
my
giving me-
God.
your man's
That's
giving me
bad
bad advice.
toxic.
Give you bad
That's
advice.
super
All right,
toxic.
whatever. I'm toxic. Listen, I'm gonna talk about shit. Yo, if she nonchalant and she ain't saying enough, I'm just not with it. I gotta feel some connection. And if I don't feel a connection, sex don't mean connection to me because I'm a gallus. I'm done breeding. Never mind.
Oh, now you got the Jamaican voice now.
Listen, I just feel like, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna put too much stock in sex for connection. Sex is cool, but man, everybody has sex these days. So like, the connection, verbal, emotion, spiritual, mental, all that is important to me. And if
All
she
in
ain't
my
talking
notes.
enough, I'm not getting that from her.
Makes sense. What about you guys? Too quiet is a deal breaker or what?
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't mind the quietness.
See,
I don't care.
Because
that's
I'll
good
just
for
look in
y'all.
your eyes and I'll see what's happening.
You know what's up through the eyes.
Ooh,
That's right. That's true.
ooh.
That's true.
All right, so the next deal breaker is being too blunt.
I like that shit.
I like that too.
I like that
I
shit.
like
That
too.
is
I
not
like
a
that.
deal breaker for
I
me.
like
Not a
that
deal
shit.
breaker
I'm
for
good.
me.
All you
Tell me
want,
what it is
man.
because at least I could say I don't want to deal with that.
Save
You
time.
know, exactly.
So
Save
you
time.
see, all of us here say that is not a deal breaker
Right,
for us,
right.
but the percentage, actually,
What's
the
the
percentage
percentage?
is really low. It's 14% overall, 11% men say that that's a deal breaker, and 17% women say that's a deal breaker. It's crazy that's more women than men.
And they're the first
You
one
know
that
why?
complain about they want to know why you being
Well, you
this
know
way.
what?
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you why. No, I
I
was
get it.
So y'all gonna tell each other
So-
I
why.
could kind of get
in a
it.
previous episode here on Eight at the Table,
Right.
we actually spoke about this because I remember because I was actually sitting on that episode and I said it myself that I am not crazy about men being so blunt because sometimes a man might come up to you and just be like, oh, I just want to fuck you. And I don't like that. I don't like that a guy could just come and be like, oh, I just want to fuck you and that's it. Instead of actually courting me and like actually putting the work in to fuck me versus just saying, oh, I just want to fuck you and that's it. So to me, I said I didn't really like that. But I feel like it's like a 50-50 because a part of me does kind of want that bluntness if we're in a relationship. And like we already have something going and there's things going on. I want you to be blunt. I want you to be verbal. I want you to be out front with it. I don't want you to like hold it in. So I'm like this.
For me, it's not a deal breaker, but you don't want someone to be verbally abusive either. Like you want someone that does consider your feelings a little bit.
Exactly.
But I don't mind bluntness about what you want from me or like certain things or if they blunt with somebody else or how they're feeling. I don't mind the bluntness in that aspect.
Okay.
What about you?
He can't say
I
nothing
mean,
like, you know.
sometimes I feel like women, y'all be trying to make dudes like read your mind and all of that. So
That's
like
true. That's kind of
That's
true.
communication.
when y'all blunt,
You
like,
should know.
Like, yeah, you should. How I'm supposed to know? Like, what are you talking about?
Because
tell
you're
you.
supposed to feel my energy.
Right. That part. So
Like,
when
you ain't
you
say I
blunt,
was
it kind of help resolve situations because you can't fix a problem. You can't come up with a solution if you don't know the problem.
Yeah.
Right. So by being blunt, you kind of like express that whole process, and that works.
Yeah, that makes sense. The next one is does not want kids. Is that a deal breaker for anybody here?
Unless she
Not for
don't
me.
mind, I got multiple
me, it
wives.
is.
Then I mean, then it's a different story. Yeah. If I can have multiple wives, then she don't have to have my kids. But if I'm only dealing with you, then who am I have kids with?
Yeah.
Like, what are you
That's a
dumb?
deal breaker for me.
Every
What if she
man
don't
wants
wanna
to
have
have
kids?
kids.
I want kids.
If she don't want to have kids, it's
know, that's
clip.
a
Like,
deal
what are you
breaker for
talking
me.
about here?
Clip.
I'm
So if
having
she-
kids
if
with or
she's-
without you. Like,
Now, because life has a funny way
Yeah.
to challenge people's integrity.
yeah.
So yes. So what I'm saying is for you, let's say you meet that woman who all the great things that you say you look forward to having that you just shared with us. You meet that woman and then you're looking forward to getting her pregnant. She says, I don't want to have kids.
So it's just it's a dub.
He gonna have a kid
So
with somebody
the,
else.
the
He
other
might still
the
mess
other
with her,
nine things
but
that's
he might have a
amazing
kid with
about her is
somebody
out the
else.
window.
All right, I can only speak for myself, right?
Right. No,
So-
no, talk for me.
I can't, bro. I can't talk for you. But
Fucking
Me?
David, bro.
me finding a woman with good qualities is not hard.
All right, now there's 10 great qualities every woman could have.
Yeah.
The only one that she's lacking, she don't want no kids. You're gonna pass that up because
Because I can
she
find
have
another
kids.
woman with great qualities.
that has the other that has the same 9.
No, it doesn't
that
have to be the
wants-
same 9. Like I said, amazing can come in different formats. So she can be ill in this way, but I can find 5 girls that's ill in this way, and that's good enough for me.
I'm just talking about meeting that girl that you fall in love with.
Yeah, bro.
And
That's
she's
the one
amazing.
issue.
And then the day you talk about kids, she said, "Oh no, I don't want no kids."
And
If
what
she fell in love with me, she's having my baby.
Yeah, but what if she already has babies? Or what if there's a complication and
No,
she
just
can't
don't
have
want
babies?
kids. Maybe
Oh, she
feels
can't
the
have
world
babies?
is
What if she can't
turmoil.
have babies?
She don't want to bring
Like-
kids here.
Like how you are with marriage.
All right, I'm gonna say
That's
this:
not why I
any
don't wanna
woman
get
that's
married.
ever loved
I'm
me
just saying.
has
Yeah,
have never put kids off the table, so I don't even understand what that is. Women try to force me to have kids.
All right, I get you.
This is a different conversation. I mean, I be getting trapped out here. I need ADT, Sloman shit, all that.
Yo, I cannot.
All right, the next deal breaker is had kids. Like, so they have kids and
Is that a deal breaker? If
Yeah,
you got
like
like
if-
four,
if that's a
four
deal
kids
breaker,
from
if
four
they have
different baby daddies.
I feel like that's what it depends. To me,
No, 'cause
that's
nowadays you meet a girl, she got 6 kids and 5 different
Yeah.
fathers, and you like at one point you gotta get it right.
Hold up,
Just
hold
at one
up.
point.
Hold up, because you over here talking bad about females.
No, I'm not talking bad.
Nowadays, is you meet a guy and he got 20
Okay,
kids.
no. This is
10
true.
different baby moms.
This is true. What do
You
you
know,
do? What do you
so-
do? No, this is a fact.
That's a deal
It's a
breaker to
fact.
me. It
It's a
honestly
fact.
just depends on how many baby mothers you have, how many baby fathers you have. Like, that's a deal breaker to me.
It's not
When
a
I
deal
see
breaker
there's-
for me, though.
There's
It's
so
not.
many. Like, you got like 10 different baby moms. Don't know. That's a
I think if
problem.
one is cool.
Like Nick Cannon, stay away. You feel me? Like,
Why you throwing him
that's-
under the bus?
7,
though?
8,
sorry.
7,
Word.
I'm sorry. I said Nick Cannon, don't come near me.
I thought
You
it was
know,
a
like
deal
that's a
breaker,
deal
but,
breaker to me.
It's not a deal breaker for me. I don't mind if I meet a girl that she has 3 kids and 3 different babies' fathers. The only thing that I don't ever want is to be arguing with some dudes. As soon as I'm arguing with some dudes, we're not gonna make it.
And I feel like that's the
We're not gonna
reason
make it.
why,
We're
David,
not gonna
though.
make it.
That's the reason why a lot of people have that as a deal breaker because it comes with baby mama drama and baby daddy drama. And nobody likes to deal with that.
Nobody wants
And
to
the
deal with
kids
that.
don't be liking the other person. You got to deal with the kids.
That's a
On
fact.
top of it, especially if they older.
Very true.
might
They're
be-
like, who are you? You was not my
And
daddy.
you gotta
was
deal
not
with
my
5
mom.
and you gotta deal with 5 of them. You like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Right.
But
So
it's
then-
not a deal breaker for me.
The next deal breaker is too athletic. That's just stupid.
Oh, you was too nice at baseball. I can't be with you. Like that don't even make sense.
Nah, but you know what? Maybe I could see that.
Like, how did
because-
you win 4 world champions? I can't. I'm leaving you today.
No, but
how
like
is that-
this. Look, I'm sitting here saying no, that's not a deal breaker because that sounds stupid. But honestly, if a big ass bodybuilder came up to me right now and hollered at me and he looks mad scary. Like I'm talking
You on
about
steroids?
like muscle on top of muscle, ab on top of ab. Like shit is
But that's
crazy.
not being athletic. That's
That
being
is athletic.
That's
No,
being
no,
steroids
he
and
does,
that's
he
just like
does.
That's on
he
drugs.
does competitions, so he is a
Yeah.
Bodybuilder.
because he's a bodybuilder. Exactly,
Okay.
that is considered some type of.
That's a deal breaker. That's a
deal breaker.
I thought girls like that.
No.
No?
Yeah, but does that what too
I
athletic
don't like
means?
that. I don't like that.
Is that what too athletic means?
I'm just saying. I'm just
What-
giving
what-
an
what is-
example.
That's too muscular, right?
What do they mean? Yeah, that's too muscular.
Too
What do they
muscle.
mean when they say too athletic?
athletic.
Like, that's what I'm saying. If I'm an Olympic swimmer, are you going to be bothered that I always gotta go do laps?
Yeah, some people
So
like.
that's what it's about, time
like-
consumption?
Like I just
like
won
he's always
3
in the
gold
gym, he
medals
don't
for the
got
United
time?
States.
Exactly.
I can't win a 4th because
I
it
mean,
bothers you.
the trade-off
Because
is-
I'm determined to win a 4th gold medal.
If he's too athletic, that means he got a contract, right? He getting bread, he played for a team, right?
Yeah, but
So,
no.
I mean, so you telling me...
definitely not a deal
You telling
Be
me
breaker.
the
you wouldn't
first one
date
to talk
a,
about
you
that
wouldn't
fact
date
you
an
want a gold
athlete?
medal.
He gonna keep
You wouldn't
us in
date an
shape.
athlete. Hold up, time out. Y'all
I need
wouldn't
my
date an
Range
athlete?
Rover.
Nah, I don't really
Pay
like
the
that.
bills.
I don't care.
I don't really
it's
like
not a deal
athletes.
breaker for me.
Okay.
It's not a. It's I don't
Yeah,
know. It's a deal breaker.
That's not a
if your
good one.
body's too
Who put
crazy.
that one on the list?
That
It's
should
the
be off
deal
list.
breakers on the list.
Too
Yo,
athletic.
there are
That should
athletes
be
that
off
look
the
like
list.
normal guys.
All right. And the last deal breaker,
Yeah.
not athletic enough.
I don't care.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm a visual creature. Like, shorty, she can't be looking crazy. She gotta be alright.
But that's
So she could
not
be alright without being
at all.
athletic.
Yeah, she could be good.
She could
without
just
being
eat
athletic.
right.
Not athletic. I'm sorry. Alright, so
As long
me,
as she's eating right,
me
she's gonna look right.
you think so?
Yeah, of
There's
course.
people that's not
That's
athletic and they still.
But,
not a
but
deal
how many
breaker for
how
me.
many of us is eating right if 60% of America's obese?
Well, I
Let
know
'em
a
know.
lot of not athletic
Well, I
people
mean,
and they still
add me to
are
that
fine.
percentage.
They look amazing still, like
Say,
genetically.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What you said?
I know non-athletic people and they still look
You said
great.
nine.
Yeah, I got a belly.
Nine.
You know?
Nine,
None.
like not.
Oh, yeah. You don't gotta be like, you don't gotta
When
be
you see
like
this little belly, I'm actually not eating the perfect way, you know. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, so
Yo, he changed the subject. Yo, he just changed the subject quick. Do-do-do-do-do.
So that basically concludes our list of deal breakers. Now I'm curious, were there any deal breakers that I didn't mention that you guys feel like you have?
yes.
Let me know.
Let me look at my
I
notes.
don't like I don't like ignorance.
Ignorance.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
So
like
that's a deal breaker for you.
yeah, ignorance is a deal breaker for me for multiple forms and reasons. One, if you ignorant, I can't grow with you because you're gonna be like we're not gonna be on the same wavelength, right? And then if you ignorant, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be over there doing something, and I'm gonna just look at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, you say you go to MIT.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people go to MIT, so at this point, a lot of people might seem ignorant to you.
Nah, I just started going to MIT in December, so I'm still. You know what I mean, I'm alright. I wasn't born at MIT. I was born in Jamaica, Queens. So at the end
Nobody's
of the day,
born at MIT. They go there.
nah, somebody
Yeah,
probably
but
born
you
there.
can't say it like that either, David, because that's like saying everybody who goes to college, they see everybody ignorant.
No, I'm just saying it is one of the prestigious places to go to. So at that point,
Nah, it is. Thank you.
Not too many people are on the wavelength of educating themselves to the level where MIT is at. So at that point, you could look down on everybody. So you might as well be single unless you're gonna go out with a girl that goes to MIT.
Nah, I understand where he's coming from, but I got like a lot of layers to me. So MIT is just the newest layer to me. I'm going to school right now for cybersecurity. I'm trying to, change the perception of, what you could become in life, coming from the hood and all of that. But the way I see it is just like ignorance doesn't have to do with intelligence, meaning that like
There you go.
you don't have to get A's and that just because you don't
Have
get
common
A's,
sense.
right?
Or you don't have to go to
exactly.
college. To have common sense.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm just not into the dumb outs. The people that just do stupid, like why are you doing that, bro? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you just run into somebody and be like, yo, that was really stupid.
Yeah, like nobody wants to argue about Rome if you wasn't alive then.
Right.
It's just, why are we arguing about this?
Right. Right.
To me, that's where ignorance comes in. Like, we're not arguing about Rome and Caesar if you wasn't alive then. Like, why are we arguing about that? You can't say something's facts if you wasn't alive there. So I'm not debating with you about Jesus if you wasn't alive when Jesus was here.
Yeah,
let's not have this discussion. Let's let it go. Let's talk about how we can improve today.
Right.
Let's
right.
work on that.
See that? See, if we can move forward.
Trying to trade
What about you guys? Are there any other deal breakers that that weren't mentioned here today?
No, I think I said it all.
You better shut up.
We're right. Don't worry about it. We good.
Aisha, any deal breakers?
She's gonna
Oh,
say
you
this
think we're
this nigga right here.
Yeah.
This nigga right here is a deal breaker.
He got to
Deal
go.
breaker.
He gotta go. He come back. Don't have me here.
That's a deal breaker.
He good. I'm open to, everybody has
I'm
their
gonna
own
say, Terry,
views.
she can't let
Everybody
go of
has
me.
their own views and their own perceptions of how they see.
That's
things.
usually the answer I get.
I respect people's, whatever it is, that's your mindset. That's your mindset. Go with
right,
God,
girl.
my brother.
Vaya con Dios.
My deal break. Another one of my deal breakers is.
Oh, there's
somebody
another
that
one?
I never even see you about that. You
She
know
about
what,
to-
Al?
she
We
about to
gonna have
beat
a
me
meeting about this one right here.
We're about to fight. There's a fight room right over here. No, go ahead. What's your deal breaker? Tell us.
Somebody that's selfish, stingy, and cheap.
That's a good one.
Is a major deal breaker for me, only because
Ooh, that's a good
I'm
one.
naturally
So what's selfish to you? What do you mean when you say selfish?
someone who only thinks about their self. They don't look out for me or look out
And
for the
stingy
people
and
that's
cheap
around.
is the same word,
Stingy,
ain't it?
cheap, tight. I don't like none of that because I'm not that kind of person. I'm very giving, and no, if you gonna be that type of way, no, I'm not with that. I don't mind. Now, responsible. I love a person that's responsible and know how to financially handle things. But somebody who is stingy, tight, and cheap, like YOLO, we live once.
I have to say, Geminis.
Yeah.
I've been with a few Geminis, and I got close friends that are Gemini, women.
Yeah.
And they all been very. They've done very well for themselves when it comes to business ventures. They're very good with that, and they weren't the type the Geminis I've been with, they weren't the type. Mallory was a Gemini, and they weren't about a man's money. They knew how to make money. Now, if he supplied anything, if he added value to the relationship, they're very receptive to that. But they did what they had to do. So the Geminis I know are very promising when it comes to relationship and what they can help you in growing in your business.
Yes, that's why I can't deal with someone who is stingy.
So I'm not
tight,
against you, okay?
Or cheap. Like I can't deal with somebody that's like real cheap and selfish. I don't like selfish people.
I really like those deal breakers. I think those are deal breakers for me too.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I've had relationships where people call me selfish, but I don't mean to be that
You?
way. Stop it, David. I don't mean to
Not
be that
you.
way. So there has been times where I am being kind of selfish, but if you kind of
At least you realize
if you show me and correct me, I will definitely take that into consideration.
Well, she's
'cause
into corrective behavior.
I don't mean to do that. But I don't like my partner being selfish with me. I'm super, super big on that. Like you
So deal breaker for you.
Yeah, that is definitely a deal breaker for me. So that's a good one that you pointed out. Yeah. I think a lot of people that are watching right now can say that they agree. Like who wants to be with somebody who's selfish?
I mean, if you're gonna be selfish, just be single.
Right? Like
The whole point of being in a
Exactly.
relationship is to be selfless.
You ain't trying to be with me.
yeah. That's very true. Well, you heard it here today. As you can see, we went over deal breakers. You heard all our deal breakers. We went over the 5 signs that say your dating standards are too high and the 5 signs that show you are just settling. I think we got some good information today.
Yes.
Amen.
Hopefully
Let us
you are
know.
entertained. If you are not entertained,
Let us know in the comments if there's anything like this that you are actually experiencing right now. Are you with somebody that you, after hearing this conversation, you might be sitting back like, damn, maybe I am settling.
Or selfish. Or inconsiderate.
or if you're not settling, or maybe your expectations are too high.
Yeah, maybe your expectations are too high. Let us know in the comments below. We are watching, we are listening, we're here to comment back. We appreciate you all truly. Thank you so much for tuning into 8 at the Table. We are live every Thursday, so make sure you guys are tuning in.
And share. Press the button.
Yes.
8 at the
Share.
Table.
That's right.
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button on the top so you know every single time
I thought you
we're
was going to
posting
say butt.
content.
Hit that butt.
Hit that button.
Hit that
It's a lot of
Hit
butts to
that
hit.
button.
So you need
Hit
2
that
hands. You need 2
button.
hands.
Hit that button on the
A lot
top.
of people on Instagram want to know who you guys are.
Okay, well, NY Rude _ that's me. Rude Boy Roscoe. I'm into tech. I'm acting. I've been on Hulu. I did first season of Wu-Tang. I did Billions on Showtime. I've done
love that show.
MTV with Rico. That's how I met Rico. I do music, over 1 million streams on Spotify. A bunch of stuff going on. Just stay tuned with me.
I like that show,
What's
Billy.
up? That's what's up.
Oh, I'm Kaija. I'm from Newark, and I own a salon in South Orange, New Jersey. I also do interior design. You can catch me on Instagram at Ms. Authentic Kai with a Z. And that's it.
And Disco Dave, a.k.a. Emo Man from Power 105. That's right, I do world famous Topic Time. And if you ever want to come, I'm at Republic 23 in Bergenfield, New Jersey. And my Instagram is _Disco Dave 303 _.
That's right. You guys heard it here. 8 at the Table. Tune in next week. We always got them juicy topics for you. That no judgment zone where you want to be.